Hi, welcome to Yoga with Tracy. I'm Tracy. Today we have a delicious yin yoga practice as we allow ourselves time to be still and embrace the feeling of calmness, both physically and mentally. Each posture will be held for around 3 minutes as we apply moderate stress to our connective tissues, helping with flexibility, circulation and muscle recovery. Before we start, grab a couple of blocks or substitute with identical pillows or cushions, and when you're ready, meet me on the mat. Hi everyone. Let's begin today's practice lying down on our backs. Have your props handy. Keep your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Feel the floor supporting your back and head. Placing one hand on your stomach and the other on your chest. Invite your breath to begin to slow. Long, smooth inhalations and exhalations through the nose. As you breathe in, feel the chest expand. And as you exhale, your abdomen drawing in. Throughout today's practice, try and maintain that slow, deep breath, which will allow our nervous system to calm down. In today's practice, we'll be moving slowly with juicy, long-held postures, which will increase our joint mobility and hydrate our fascia. Relaxing here for a few more moments. Bringing both hands to your belly, feet and legs together, dropping your knees out to the sides with the soles of the feet together. If the position gets too intense, you can place the blocks or the cushions under your knees for support, and this will stop you from overstretching. Cactus arms. Open your arms out to the sides and elbows bent at 90 degrees. Coming into stillness and bringing your focus to your breath. A smooth, steady breath in and out through the nose. We will be holding each posture for around 3 minutes today. With our first asana, reclined butterfly, we can increase mobility in the hips as we allow gravity to do the work. Allow your body to deeply relax as we become calm, peaceful and untroubled. After explaining each pose, I'll remain silent so you can drop inwards and nurture the calm, quiet centre within. Bring your hands to the outside the legs, drawing the knees up. Move any props to the side. Bring your feet to the outside edges of the mat, knees in line with your feet. Exhaling as you drop your knees over to the right. Inhaling back to centre. Exhaling to the left. Inhaling back up. And keep the flow going 3 more times on each side. This delicious counter pose, called windshield wipers, allows an internal and external rotation of the hips. Moving into a posture called supported bridge. Keep the knees bent, feet about hip width apart. Grabbing your block or a couple of cushions or pillows. Lifting the hips high enough to slide this under the pelvis. Make sure this is not under the lower back. We want the lumbar spine to be unsupported. You can change the height, find what's comfortable for you, and then placing your hands at your sides. To deepen the posture, you can fully straighten the legs to create a deeper stress in the lower back, sacrum and hip flexors. And raising the arms up overhead, which will increase the tension in the lower abdomen. Find your edge and let your body slowly open up. Listen to your body. If you do feel any pain, you have pushed too hard, back out of the pose. If you've noticed any tingling in the hands when the arms are overhead, you can rest them on your forehead or on a block, or lower the arms back down to your sides. Enjoy the movement and stay connected to your breath. Bringing your arms back down to your sides. Bending your knees, engaging your core muscles and lifting your hips just an inch to allow you to remove the prop. Then slowly lower your hips and rest in here for a few moments. hugging your knees into your chest. As we extended the spine, it'll feel really nice for a little bit of flexion. Releasing the legs and rolling over onto your side and coming up onto your hands and knees. Moving into a deep hip and groin opener. Stepping your left foot between the hands and walk that front foot forward until the knee is over the heel. Sliding the back knee backwards so you can feel a nice stretch. Your hands either side of that front foot, or you may prefer a bit more height and you can use your props. If you're finding it uncomfortable for the back knee, you could pad this with a folded blanket or a cushion. Find your edge and come into stillness. As we've been holding baby dragon for around 1 minute, you may be able to move further into the pose and into a low flying dragon. Placing both hands to the inside the front foot, move the front foot a few inches towards the edge of the mat and come down onto your elbows. This is a really deep version of dragon, so if you feel any pain or pinching, come back into baby dragon. Bring your focus back to your breath and how the body moves with each inhalation and exhalation. Coming out of the pose slowly, use your hands to push the floor away. Moving back into child's pose, big toes together, knees wide, sending your hips back towards your heels and folding forwards, arms out in front. Surrender into this restful pose as we restore balance and harmony to the body and putting the mind into an open and receptive state. Pushing back up onto your hands and knees. Repeating dragon on the other side. Stepping your right leg forwards. Knee over heel. Hands on either side of the front foot. Finding your edge and letting your body slowly open up. Remaining in baby dragon or moving into low flying dragon. Moving both hands inside the front foot. Moving that foot to the edge of the mat and coming down onto your elbows. Listen to your body, finding your edge of physical limitations. If you feel you've pushed too hard, come back into baby dragon. Try to relax. No pushing or forcing. And it's okay to make small adjustments. And then coming back into stillness. Move slowly and gently out of the posture, coming back onto your hands and knees, and then into child's pose. Surrendering completely into this restful pose. Using your hands to push the floor away, coming up to kneeling. And then taking your seat to one side and extending your legs out in front. Moving into a forward fold. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, you can keep the knees bent and place one of your props underneath. Folding forward over the legs, allowing our backs to round, unless you have any lower back issues. Keep this as neutral as you can. Allow gravity to do the work as you slowly release into the posture. Stretching both the spine and hamstrings and stimulating the urinary bladder meridians along the spine. Nice and slowly, use your hands to push the floor away, coming back up. Counterposing with a seated back bend, crossing your legs, placing your hands behind you and moving your shoulder blades towards each other, inhaling as you lift your chest. Neck relaxed and if comfortable, looking up. Feel that nice stretch in the front of the body, the chest and shoulders. Hold in for another couple of breaths. On your next exhale, dropping the chin and carefully coming back to centre. Repeating once more, but this time switching the cross of the legs. It may feel strange. Placing your hands behind you and inhaling as you lift your chest as we open up those shoulders and chest. Exhaling to drop the chin forwards and carefully coming back to centre. Moving into a double knee reclined twist, come to lie down on your backs. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Let your back and head and shoulders settle into the floor. Open your arms out to the sides, about shoulder height. Begin to lift your feet off the floor, knees and feet together. Exhaling, carefully and controlled, drop your knees over to the right. Keep both shoulders pinned to the mat. If your legs are floating, you can place the block or a cushion underneath. Your head can remain centred, or you can turn your head to the left. Relaxing into the pose as we get a beautiful rotation along the spine and torso, and creating tension along the outer hip and the legs. Make any small adjustments, but then refocus back on the breath. Bringing your head back to centre, slowly rolling onto your back as you lift your knees. Let's repeat on the other side, exhaling as you gently drop your knees over to the left, head remaining centred or turning to the right. Notice the overall calming effect this practice has had. Enjoy the long, smooth breaths. Slowly releasing out of the posture. Bring your head back to centre. Rolling onto your back and hugging your knees into your chest. Remaining here for a few breaths as we release the sacrum and lumbar. Gently rocking side to side as we give the back a massage. Coming back into stillness. Finishing today's practice in Shavasana, releasing your legs and extending them along the mat, about hip width apart, and letting the feet fall out. Arms at your sides, palms facing up. Allow your fingers to softly curl in, tucking your shoulder blades into your back and making any final adjustments so you're completely comfortable. Allow yourself to deeply relax. There's no need to support yourself. Let the floor support you. Feeling yourself become lighter and lighter as you sink deeper and deeper into a relaxed state. Start to deepen the breath. Wiggle the toes. Wiggle the fingers as we slowly reawaken our bodies. Stretching the arms overhead for a full body stretch from hands to feet. Bringing your palms together in front of your heart space. Softly opening the eyes. I hope you've enjoyed today's class. We've been moving slowly and mindfully. See you next time. Namaste. If you enjoyed today's class, don't forget to hit the like button below. And please do subscribe to my channel. It's all free. I put out new videos on a regular basis.